This is Jordan Tower with JT News. Make sure you smash that like button, smash that subscribe button. Do not forget to subscribe to my new Instagram, Jordan Tower News on Instagram, because my old Instagram vanished. And make sure you resubscribe and redo notifications on this channel to make sure you get notifications. You have to do that every once in a while on YouTube. When you've been subscribed and had notifications on for a while, you just have to redo it just so they know you still want to get these notifications. I appreciate you guys, and let's get right into the news. First off, we got Lil Durk. He released a new single, and he dedicated it to King Von, okay, as expected. I mean, it's not easy losing a friend and an artist, and it was very unexpected. YF and Lucci just reacted to this, that people don't want to duke it out anymore. They just want to go right to the weapons, and they're scared to duke it out. He's right. YF and Lucci is exactly right on this. It's very unfortunate. Somebody will come at you with the hands, and they want to go right to the metal. And when you go to that, there's no coming back from that. You could come back using your hands, but you can't come back from going to a weapon, man. And that's the crazy thing about it. Now, we've heard the whole thing with Kondo Rondo's kind of simmer down, and that'll keep going back and forth as time goes on. But this is a situation that'll go on probably for years to come, as far as people going back and forth at each other. It's just a very unfortunate situation. First we got Rowdy Rebel reacting to Pop Smoke, because Pop Smoke kind of carried the torch after they went in. Pop Smoke kind of took over the Brooklyn drill movement. You got 504 and you got Pop Smoke, and unfortunately, as we know, Pop Smoke passed. And of course, Rowdy Rebel did react to this. Now he says, what does it say? Fabio can still get on drill beats and have his own style and his own wave. Then he says, his own flow, his own sauce. I like Chef G, I like Sleepy Hollow. These beats, they be selecting. They got their own style, they got their own wave. He says, I come home, I got my own style, my own wave. You won't hear me on some of these drill beats. You won't hear me on a lot of those, because I feel like that's not my style. I feel like that's pop wave. I feel like that's Fabio wave. I feel like that's bro wave, and they mastered it. I didn't even know bro was so good. It was awful. Again, another fall to the city. Another young bro, just for what? It's sad. It'd still be sad moments to point out, where we'd be sitting in the stew right now, and the beat come on, and bro's like, damn, Pop was here with you and Rowdy, bro. It would have been crazy. If you, Rowdy, Pop, and Bobby, it feel weird. I wanted to meet the young bro. He was putting on in a major way, definitely, and he didn't forget who he was while he was putting on. He was still showing love and answering every call. Cool. So, and then Rowdy Rebel also gave back to the hood with $200,000, buying people groceries and stuff. Supposedly $200,000. We don't know if that's the thing, but yeah. And then Mulatto, 504 is going to be tight, man, because 21 Savage took Mulatto out to Puerto Rico. Looks like they're hooked in there. 21 Savage savagely took Mulatto out to Puerto Rico, and 504 is tight. Why does Snoop Dogg dislike Eminem so much? I mean, just 2 years ago, he was linking up with Eminem just to get the stamp, the redemption record that Snoop Dogg had put out. He needed to get the stamp from Eminem, but yet in interviews after that, he would refer to, I'm not on that stand BS. Then he would mock Eminem and pretend, mock the way he, recited Stan, and say that he's not worthy to be on his top 10 and everything, which, if you're really friends with somebody, you don't really, you just leave them out of the conversation. Am I correct? I mean, why would you savagely go at them and say, hey, they're not worthy, bro. They're not worthy to be in the top 10. Now, I'm sure they're going to work this out behind the scenes with Dr. Dre as a mediator because, Eminem let it be known that he was hurt by the situation. I mean, I guess that's the first step to communication as a rapper. You rap about it, right? And that's what Eminem's doing here. I mean, it's not a big deal to me. I mean, Snoop has had his gripes in the past with certain rappers like Soulja Boy and everything. And, I think he just goes through certain situations where he feels like he's not being appreciated enough. And also, they both have Dr. Dre as a mentor, and he probably credits a lot of his success and a lot of Eminem's success to Dr. Dre, and also probably jealous of the attention Dr. Dre gives Eminem. I mean, when Dr. Dre had left Death Row, and then Snoop left and had to do his own thing over with Master P in New Orleans, right? Around the time they linked back up, Dr. Dre had already moved forward with another label, had a hit artist, Eminem, and I'm sure Snoop felt like he was being replaced because Snoop Dogg was Dr. Dre's breakout artist on Death Row Records when they started that. So it probably feels weird, like you're almost being replaced by Eminem. Even though they had linked back up for Dr. Dre's album, it probably always was looming in the back of Snoop Dogg's mind that this guy replaced me with a white boy. And I don't even think he's that nice. Now, he can't... I've heard Snoop Dogg say that Eminem's super nice. He is. Putting words together and the way he rhymes and puts them all together is extremely, probably one of the best in hip-hop. Now, as far as song making, it's different. It's a certain type of music. Now, Eminem could do any kind of music you want, probably, but the kind he makes, it's not really the kind that I would play in the car, but a lot of people would, obviously, because they buy it. And I get where Snoop Dogg's coming from there. I'm not having him on his top 10, because to have someone on your top 10, they completely have to, they have to complete and check everything off. I'm getting really sick of these top 10 lists, though. I just saw Jadakiss doing his top 5 or top 10. And people love that conversation. They love to pin people's lists against each other. When it's really who cares, Who do you respect? That's it. You don't have to put them in an order, Your go-to is different than somebody else's go-to. I'm so sick of these lists and people comparing them. Another thing I'm sick of. I don't know if you guys noticed this trend. I mean, we've talked about it on here before. Every time somebody has a birthday, the new thing is the rappers have girlfriends that buy them cars. The baby, his birthday just came. He bought himself a Maybach Mercedes truck. Okay, that's fine. But Danele, or his new girlfriend, that's I don't know what she is. She's a singer. She does YouTube. She does a bunch of other stuff. She bought him a Lamborghini. Now, this girl, all of a sudden, she's bought herself a mansion in Dominican Republic, a house in LA, and a $400,000 Lamborghini to the baby. Sure. Now, I don't care if that's true, but I know it's not. Cardi B just bought Offset a Lamborghini. This will be the 5th Lamborghini I think she's bought him. Okay? What I see it as, I'm not saying these people can't afford these things, but I'm seeing this is even if it's not true, who's gonna call them out and say it's not true, right? It's a form of marketing, because all they're doing is playing the blog game. They know Shade Room and the XXL and all these places are going to post them. And unfortunately, I would say really heavily for the past 5 years, okay? This has been going on longer than that, but for the past 5 years, it's actually overtaken the blogs, where you're not really reporting on someone's craft and product, but mostly what they're doing in their free time. People are so obsessed with reality TV now that they want to get as much of that from famous people as they can. What are they doing on their birthday? Oh, the only way to get posted is to do extremely crazy things. Like, this is nice of Diddy to do this for his mom. But, here, let me put it right here. He bought his mom is 80 years old, okay? So it's amazing that she's still around and he's able to celebrate her birthday. He gave her $1 million check. You don't think Diddy's taking care of all his mom's expenses? I mean, come on, the guy's almost worth $1 billion. She was probably like, oh, wow. I mean, what are you trying to do? Give her a heart attack, man? Like, with $1 million check right in one whop? Come on, my G. But it was very nice. And then he bought her a Bentley. Do you think she's really impressed by that right now? He buys her a new car probably every year. That's his mom, right? And it better have come with a driver, because I don't think she probably wants to drive anymore. But, you know, it's like, it's Diddy, man. The guy's worth almost $1 billion. You know, I expect this. I expect he's doing, I would do whatever for my mom too. It's sweet. But it's like, they film everything for the blogs. Everybody's very addicted to being in these blogs. You know, it's very unhealthy. You're always chasing the next thing. Sweetie claims she bought a jet today. A jet that costs a minimum $15 million, right? That jet, that's a minimum. That jet can go up to $50 million. We're talking about a G4, right? Then it costs $1 million a year just to maintain a jet like that. You know, you can rent it out and everything. But then she bought a jet, supposedly, which we know she didn't, but she bought a jet. Then they fly somewhere. Quavo gets her a Bentley, and she's impressed by that. I wouldn't be that impressed if I just bought a $20 million jet. I mean, the Birkin bag she claims to have, right? That's worth more than the Bentley. It's just funny to me. Everyone does it. I know what they're doing it for. I'm not criticizing them. We know these people have money. Okay, don't get me wrong. But what I'm saying is the way they just, you know, they know how to get posted in the blogs. They know filming this stuff and posting it, it'll get posted to the blogs. And people were more relevant now for how many times they get posted to the blogs. It's very weird. Well, anyways, guys, I appreciate you guys. And I hope you guys are having a great morning. And make sure that today you just, you know, make sure you're willing to sacrifice this year. After Christmas and everything, sacrifice things that you normally, you know, you have to sacrifice things that you normally would want. You want to go hang out with your friends sometimes. You want to live lavish, you know. You want to go to Starbucks every day. You want to go eat at the finest restaurants. But if you're chasing a passion, you have to sacrifice things, luxury things that you do to reinvest in your passion. Think about all the things you spend money on, you know, meals and stuff like that. Try to be more frugal with your money and invest more of that into calculate how much you're wasting. And think about investing that in your business, because all that matters is your success, because that gives you options. Sacrifice time. Think of all the time you've been wasting helping people that don't do things in return for you. Don't be afraid to say no, and be a little selfish to invest that time back in yourself. I know it sounds crazy, but it's very true, because you only have so much time in a day, and you got to be selfish with it. So just think about sacrificing and it's really just being efficient as a person. Because the more time and money you can allocate to yourself, the more successful you can be. into your passions, okay? I appreciate you guys, and I will check you on the next one. And you're capable of anything. And just remember that. Don't forget to smash that like button. Resubscribe to my new Instagram channel, JordanTower News. The other one is gone. I need your support on that. And I also need your support on making sure you redo notifications on this channel and redo your subscriptions so that we can keep you notified on all the news that's going on. I appreciate you guys so much, and I hope you guys are having a great morning. You will have a great day, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Positive vibes. Smash that like button. Peace.